You wanna know what sometimes helps me feel like a brand new girl? When I shave everything in my body. But like, why? Why do I have to shave all of me in order to feel delicious and sexy and wonderful? Okay, no, I'm not saying that the only time I feel sexy is when I like shave every part of my body. That's not a thing. But, you know, there is something to be said about taking a moment to refresh yourself, to really connect with your body on a beautiful, deep, and intimate level. Okay, but seriously though, like, what's the deal with pubic hair? You keep it, you don't, shave it, you wax it, you don't, you laser it, maybe you don't. All my life as a woman, I have experienced this like pressure to groom myself, to like have to handle all of this all the time. And don't get me wrong, sometimes it's really great. Sometimes, you know, we have 2 eyebrows instead of 1. Right? My grooming and the way that I have taken care of my life has shifted substantially at each part and each segment of my life thus far. You know, granted, I got this info from Cosmo, so take it with a grain of salt. But here's the thing, 67% of guys, men, male-identified humans, they trim their shit. They keep their shit cute and trimmed and nice, whereas 57% of women keep it bare. And that's just really interesting to me, because why is there this double standard that guys get to just keep their shit trimmed and all the rest of us choose or feel this pressure to want to keep it bare? Like I'm a fucking 12-year-old who has not reached puberty yet. Like I'm part of the 7%. I'm part of the 7% that has a landing strip, because if you're gonna be with me, get ready to be with a full-on woman, okay? That's what we're here for. Because your hair, whether pubic or not, has a function. There's a reason why it is necessary for you to maintain some of it on your body. Your eyebrows, for example, keep from getting shit in your eyes. Your pubic hair helps protect your beautiful pussy from shit getting into it that doesn't belong. There are reasons why our bodies have evolved to have hair on ourselves. So here's a fun story. Have you ever had somebody turn you down for sex because you weren't groomed or whatever that felt like? You know what I mean? Like, have you ever had like somebody be like, no, I'm not gonna go down on you today because you didn't shave your pussy? I had this lover and I went and was hanging out with them, and I wasn't expecting to have sex, right? I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, so I kind of like on purpose, not really, but like on purpose didn't like do any of my typical sexy grooming things, because I wasn't really sure what I was feeling. And to be honest with you, I was kind of tired and I wasn't in the mood to prepare, right? Just sometimes that fucking happens. It was really great because then things, you know, we started making out, things started to get really hot and heavy. And then I stopped and I came to this moment where I was like, oh, so by the way, I felt like I had to apologize. I was like, by the way, I didn't groom today, so like, please don't like judge me based on it. And like, he looked at me with all seriousness and was like, Carlin, do I look like a man who gives a shit about whether you have groomed or not? And I was like, just put it wherever you want at that point. Put it wherever you want. Because like, is it almost sad that like as women, we get surprised or like super turned on when a man is like unexpectedly accepting of all that you are and everything that you show up with, whether you're trimmed, shaved, waxed, lasered or not? Because that's a thing. Why are we so surprised when a partner, when a lover, when a man says, baby, you're beautiful just the way you were made? Isn't it interesting that, you know, we try as women to claim our self-care, to do all of this work, to do things for ourselves, and yet so much of it is still rooted in the external influence of how others perceive us, how they love us, how we allow them to love us. Our grooming is no exception. The way in which we groom ourselves, why we groom ourselves, and how we maintain what is sexy to us really needs to be all about you and less about them, because he's gonna show up. He's gonna show up. He is not gonna kick you out of bed for having a landing strip. He might kick you out for eating crackers, but he's not kicking you out because of a little disheveled hair here and there. So God is, as you are self-caring, as you are taking care of yourself, as you are doing all of the things that feel wonderful and beautiful and sexy and luxurious and loving to yourself, I want you to think about why.